Hey everybody, welcome back to James Draws Everything. Today, continuing our Drawing Every Country in the World's Flag series. And today, going back into the Middle East, into the Persian Gulf, and we're going to be doing Qatar. Alright, so Qatar is a country, it's a peninsula within a peninsula. So it's in the Arabian Peninsula, and then it's like a tiny little peninsula jutting off Saudi Arabia into the Persian Gulf. And as you can tell, I actually already did the flag of Qatar. So I had some little technical difficulties today, folks. I do apologize. So I'm just going to run through the history real quick, and of course I have to give you some bonus content because this was my screw up. All right, so Qatar, again, tiny peninsula, very small country, home to ancient Bedouins, ruled by the Al Thani family since the 1800s. Became a British protectorate, of course, because of all the oil, wealth, and resources that were there. And so the flag kind of ties into their independence a little bit. The maroon represents bloodshed in Qatari wars. There's 9 points on here, so there's 8 of these full triangles, and then half and half create 9. Represents Qatar being the 9th member of the reconciled Emirates after the Qatari British Treaty of 1916. Okay, so very rich oil country. The name of this country, you can kind of call it either or. I know a lot of Westerners like to call it Qatar, and the more common use, like over in the Arab world, is Qatar. And Qatar, and the flag being so sharp like this, kind of reminds me of something. Let me just take a look here. This almost looks like the level in Mortal Kombat or whatever, where your guy gets punched off the bridge and falls into the pit. It's got all the spikes on the bottom. Yeah, Qatar's got kind of a painful looking flag. So we're gonna make some Qatar Cutters. Alright, so yeah, again, the maroon represents the bloodshed in the wars, the white represents peace, the 9 points, the 9th member of the reconciled Emirates. Qatar was almost going to be part of the United Arab Emirates, but decided against it. So let's just see here. Yeah, very painful looking flag. Very similar to the flag of Bahrain, if you remember us doing that one early on. Qatar actually used to have more of a red, like a standard red, like you see in like that Peru flag. And I believe they had an agreement, Qatar and Bahrain, very close in proximity to each other geographically. They had an agreement to amend the flags to avoid any confusion. I believe Bahrain doesn't have as many points. It's a little bit shorter of a flag, where Qatar's a lot longer, and I believe it has more points as well. And then also it's maroon instead of just like a regular red. Very rich country, very oil rich. They did have some issues in the Arab Spring. They were kind of one of, even though they're like more of a modern Arab country, they were ones that kind of supported those revolts a little bit more than some of the other ones did, the other modern Arab states. And that got them into a little bit of controversy, but I think that's mostly over now. One of the richest countries in the world. It might actually be the richest if you just look at GDP per capita, just because of all like the oil and wealth that's over there. They have tried diversifying the economy a little bit more in recent years. They're definitely becoming more of like a touristy kind of country, trying to be sort of like the UAE, United Arab Emirates. We'll see what happens there. They've got a lot of cool infrastructure projects in development right now. Country doesn't actually have any lakes, right? Because it's just pretty much a desert peninsula. But they kind of have like these man-made lakes like built into their, you know, irrigation projects and things like that. So that's Qatar. Here's a pair of Qatar Cutters, right? Again, sharp, pointy. Don't touch the point of that flag. Yeah, it's looks like a pair of I don't know, like a saw blade or something. And there's your Qatar Cutters. All right, so again, I apologize. You know, I messed up today. You know, I already drew the flag and technical difficulties, but we made it up in the long run. So there's your Qatar Cutters and there's your flag. So let me know what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video.